Hey guys, welcome back to the Ball Python Spotlight series. I'm John, and these are two big females that I have. This is the Silver Streak from the last video, and this is my Sterling with no lesser. If you watched 2 videos ago, and as you can see, they look pretty similar. There is some variation in the color, and this girl's actually in shed. She's a little darker naturally than the Silver Streak is, but I've also had some lighter Sterlings come through here as well. So I just wanted to kind of show you the difference between these two before I started talking about the Sterling. So let me put the Silver Streak back. Alright, so the Silver Streak is the black pastel super pastel, as opposed to this girl, who is a Sterling, which is a super pastel cinnamon. Essentially, the black pastel and cinnamon genes are pretty much the same thing. We just kind of think that they're different lines of the same gene. This, just like if you're familiar with the Blue Eye Lucy genes, butter and lesser are thought to be probably the same gene, just different lines of it. But this girl, I bought her as a proven breeder, did not go for me this season yet. I was also pairing her up to my Urban Camo Maker male. She's a pretty good size too. She loves her live rodents, and if you can hear her, is extremely huffy and puffy. Now, she has never struck at me, but every time I open up her tub, she's huffing and puffing at me. Now, she's, hear that. Get her closer. No, she's not going to do it now. As soon as I put her down, she did. I don't know if this camera will pull this up, but she also has a smaller eye and a smaller nose, kind of like a birth defect from when I bought her. Pull it up on there. So she's kind of unique. She's kind of like not as severe, but kind of like the Snarfles snake from Nerd. And I'm assuming, again, it may have just been just some sort of a small birth defect. It really doesn't affect the snake at all, because as you can see, she is big, dark, happy, and old. She's actually an older snake too. She's probably 6, 7, 8 years old when I bought her. But she's a proven breeder. She has been paired up to the Urban Camo male now for the last couple months. I'm just sort of waiting for them to kind of click together to make some magic happen. But she likes her live prey as well. Will not even sniff a frozen thawed rodent. And that little birth defect on her face there, again, if it'll maybe pull it up, the little one eye, I think, on your left, and her nostrils her eye's a little small, and the nostrils kind of a little messed up there. But it doesn't affect the snake, and it's not probably very common that you'll see that, but it happens, and it doesn't really affect the snake a whole lot. But she is a little darker than the Silver Streak, and like I said, there's a lot of variations between each individual gene, and if you put 2 Sterlings next to each other, they're not going to look anything alike, most likely. I actually had another Sterling at one point. And when I found the Silver Streak, I decided to let her go, and I decided to keep this girl because I liked the way she looked better. She had a more of a gray, silvery, and black tone to her than the other one did. The other one had maybe a little more yellow in it. And when you're kind of picking your snakes and breeding, we are selectively breeding these snakes. You kind of want to pick the genes that you think will look better. So to me, I was trying to pick the darker snake. So when I was pairing her up to a male Maker Urban Camos, I was trying to maybe get the darker side of those genes out of it. But she, she is a good eater on live, and old and proven, and hopefully she decides to go for me here at the start of this season, since she kind of refused to last year. The male I know is a proven male because he's locked up here quite a few times with these other females that I have, and probably the next female that I'm going to show off. But cinnamon, black pastel, they're awesome genes to work with. They're really pretty by themselves. They make pretty striking snakes. When you combine them with banana and you make cinnamon bananas, the babies are some of the like most out of this world looking snakes just with those 2 genes in there. They dull out as they get older, but when they come out as babies, they're basically like yellow, orange, and purple. That's a really neat combo. But that's it for this girl. I think next we're going to do my super cinnamon pastel, and which is a silver bullet, so we'll kind of show you what it looks like when you have 2 copies of the cinnamon gene. So, I don't know if you heard that there, she's huffing and puffing, so I'm going to put her back and let her finish her shed. And we'll see you next time.